Welcome. This tutorial covers how you can take a general HEC course outcome and turn it into a specific learning objective in your course. So we will be applying Bloom's taxonomy to one outcome to go through the process of making that outcome into a specific measurable learning objective. So of course, as students come into our course, they start at the knowledge level. And what we're trying to do in the knowledge level is to ensure that they move from a concrete to an abstract understanding of key concepts in our course. So the learning level in Bloom's associated with that is the knowledge level. And so students should be able to have a factual understanding of specific details. And in order to turn that general outcome, students will be able to communicate an understanding of core terminology and concepts in literature into a learning objective. I need to ask myself what learning goals will help students do that. What are the specifics that they need to learn in that lesson? And finally, how will I measure that? So if I apply this to a course, um, my key literary terms perhaps would be femme fatale, archetype, and those are the specific terms that my students might need. And the way that I will measure them at the knowledge level is the completion of interactive course lectures or their understanding of assigned readings. As I move up in the knowledge dimension, students, of course, have to comprehend those key terms that are essential to the understanding in a course. So again, as I create a learning objective, I want to consider what goals help them to meet this general outcome, what specific skills and knowledge are needed, and how I will measure that. Applying this again to a sample literature class, um, there is a key course concept in that class, the femme fatale archetype. It's featured in all the course lectures, reading assignments, and resources, and I can measure an ongoing comprehension level of that by using knowledge checks associated in the lectures or lesson surveys where I ask students questions about that. The next item in helping students gain knowledge would be the ability to apply understanding of key course concepts. Again, as I'm moving from outcome to objective, I've got to make clear lesson learning goals that allow students to apply their knowledge of key concepts. I have to identify which specific skills or knowledge they need to do that, and again, how I will measure that. So in my case, I want them to demonstrate understanding of the femme fatale as a key literary concept. So I'll be looking at critical usage and definitions as they apply it in discussions and writing assignments to measure their ability to apply that concept. To wrap up, we just want to clarify that when we're leading our students through knowledge-based types of learning objectives, there are 4 levels that we could address. We, of course, want to move them from concrete to abstract knowledge. We usually start with factual knowledge, then move to conceptual, followed by procedural, and end on a metacognitive note.